in that moment, that feeling that I had, it was way different than any other feeling I've had before. And so I think in that moment, I was like, I need to start doing this for people. It's almost like I had put it in the atmosphere.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, people started reaching out to me.
Hello, you guys. Welcome back to What's Your Spark with me, your girl, Jordin Sparks. I have a special guest today, and she is a fierce talent with an eye to see something and create it out of nowhere. She's had her hands and creations on some of the best talent out right now, and she's a beautiful human, mother, and friend. Please welcome hairstylist, wig designer, and my friend, Jennifer Jocelyn. How are you?
I'm doing good.
You
How are
look
you?
so good.
Thank you.
Like, I'm obsessed.
Thank you.
Like, you showed me
I
this
hardly ever
before.
wear wigs.
I know. You showed me this before, and it just wasn't like secured honor.
Mm-mm.
It's like, it looks so good.
Thank you.
I love it so much. Okay, let's start with easing into, honestly, how you fell in love with what you do, and like, how did you become a wig designer, a wig maker?
It's actually a very interesting story. So I'm from Texas. I was a hairstylist in a salon. I think it was 2013. I was in Vegas for I think it was like a Paul Mitchell thing.
Okay.
And
Love Paul Mitchell.
yeah, it was like a big event. And I had come back home and I went to a birthday party. It was actually my cousin's birthday party, and she had told me something about, hey, there's this hairstylist in New York City who is Rihanna's hairstylist. She's hiring a salon. She opened up a salon. You need to apply. And so I was looking it up, and I was basically, what it came down to was, it looked like the majority of the people that she worked with. She's Rihanna's hairstylist. She
Yeah.
worked with a lot of women of color, specifically Black women. Her
Her name?
Ursula Stevens.
Yes, Miss
Her.
Ursula. We know who that is.
So she was, I looked it up and I was like, there's no way they're going to look at me and hire me. Like,
Aw.
I was like, I'm this little white girl from Texas. But my cousin was like, just do it. You don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah,
The
you
worst that can
never
happen
know.
is you apply or whatever and you don't call and you're still doing the same thing you're doing. So
Mhm.
so I was like, okay. So it's actually, what happened was, I was at this party. I was drinking. I was all kinds of things. But in that moment, I was like, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right now.
Right now.
So
When you had the courage.
when I had the courage.
Yeah.
So that night, I probably was like 11, 12 o'clock at night. I sent out my resume. I sent out some pictures, email, and then forgot about it. That was it. Like,
Love that. That's the best way to do it.
and it was a couple months later that I got a random call from a number out there. And they were like, hey, this is so-and-so from Ursula Stevens Salon. We got your application and we want you to come out here for a trial.
Oh my God.
So I went, I bought my ticket. What we needed was a model. So
okay.
I found a friend. I was like, hey, I will pay for you. Actually, no, my father-in-law, I think, ended up paying for it. So he paid for our flights to get out there. We had no money. And we went out there.
Dream and a prayer.
Yeah, I did my interview. I did my, I had to do like updos and different styles on her.
Yeah.
And when we were over, they were like, okay, well, we really like your work. We want to do a trial now. So we want to do a 2-week period. Can you come back in the fall? So I was like, okay. So I think it was like October time frame. I went for 2 weeks. And then at the end of the 2 weeks, they hired me. So, I come from Texas. I'm small, Mexican family. Well, not small, big. But when I say small,
Yes.
we're like, we stay in one place. And I was like, okay, I guess I'm moving to New York,
What
moving
I'm
to
doing.
Brooklyn.
That's amazing.
Yes, I think this was October. And then by December, I was moved in. Yeah.
And then you just started working at the
I started
salon.
working at the salon. So
How did the wig making come into play?
So I was there for a couple of years, and during that time, wigs were becoming a very big thing, like very trendy.
Yeah.
I think maybe Kylie Jenner was probably doing the big, it's just
Yeah.
everywhere. It was.
What year was this?
This was 2014, I believe.
Oh yeah, so we got the Nicki Minaj with all her colorful
Yeah,
wigs.
and
Yeah,
so,
everybody was doing it.
I
for
had
sure.
the majority of our clientele in the salon were probably like 95% Black women.
Mhm.
I worked with a lot of extensions, color,
Textures.
wigs, stuff like
Yeah.
that. So that's what kind of like interested me into wanting to do wigs,
Mhm.
but I didn't know how.
Okay.
There's, I looked up places who like taught and courses, but everything was like 2 to 4K plus. And at that time, I was like, I don't have this kind of money.
So you kind of
So
figured it out on your own?
Well, no, it's just time had gone by, and because I was working in the salon, salons are usually Tuesdays through Saturday being the busiest day.
Yeah.
So Saturday, I remember we had gotten invited to a party, and I did not want to go. I was so tired. I remember telling Reggie, my husband, you go. I need to stay home and chill.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, come on, please come with me. And so I was like, okay, fine. Went to this party. I didn't know anyone there. And I ended up running into someone who was in the union as a tailor.
Yeah.
So I told her my story, how, one of my goals was to be into the union. And I also wanted to learn how to make wigs and stuff like that. And she was like, well, I know someone who knows someone. Let me introduce
somebody
you.
who knows somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the next day I called, and I think I was on the phone with her for like an hour. To this day, I've never met her.
An angel.
Yeah. I had a conversation with her. We got along really well. She's like, yeah, I learned from Charles Lapointe, who's a big Broadway wig designer. She was like, I'll introduce you to him, see what happens. And so she connected me with Charles, and he called me. He said, okay, come in for an interview. I went in, and he was like, what experience do you have with wigs? And I was like, nothing.
I don't know.
Nothing. I've styled them, whatever color, but I was like, as far as wig making, zero. He was like, okay, well, we can basically hire you. We'll teach you for about a month until you're ready, and then we'll start giving you work and stuff like that. So
I love that they just were like, yes, let's take a chance.
So when that happened, I called Ursula, and I was like, hey, like, I have an opportunity to learn how to make wigs, and I really want to take it. Like, I loved being at the salon. I learned so much by Ursula. Like, to this day, I think maybe a year or so ago, I reached out to her, and I was like, hey, I just wanted to say thank you. Because a lot of the clients that I have now are because of me being in the salon with her.
I love that.
Yeah. So she was like, oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. But yeah, I left, started working for Charles Lapointe. My first project that I got to work on was Hamilton. The first,
so crazy.
The first production,
that
was really cool. So
they looked good too.
Yeah, and so that was kind of cool. It's kind of like a huge part of history, being. So that was really cool. That was my first project. So that's kind of how I got into that.
That's a really cool story.
I always say, like, I have to give it to my husband, because without him forcing me to get out.
Right, because we're homebodies. So no, you're going. Yeah. I'm so glad. Like, it's really crazy because it's such a niche thing to do, and you do it so well. So to hear how, like, it just took one thing, and you having the courage to say yes to that, and then saying yes to the party, and it's all about, like, you said yes, and then they said yes to you, and then the universe said yes to all of it, and now
then I'm like, oh shit,
yeah, and now you're on, like, this whole crazy course. Like, you should be so proud of
Thank you.
What you've gone through, and like where you've come from. That is so cool. And I actually I worked with Ursula a few times, so it's kind of wild that, like, the invisible string theory, right?
Yeah.
Like, you just never know who you're gonna meet and how you're gonna be connected. And I had no idea. I didn't even know. Well, maybe this is just, I just wasn't thinking about it, but I didn't know she had a salon. So it's actually really cool to find that out, because it makes so much sense.
Yeah, and I was her color specialist in the salon. So small salon, I think it was like 4 or 5 of us. I did most of the color there.
That's what I left out of your intro. Also, color expert specialist. Let's not forget that. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay. So I got to color hair for Rihanna, Iggy Azalea, Rita Ora, Anita Baker.
Come on.
Yeah. That was really cool. So that's kind of how I got into the wig stuff.
I love that. Okay, so who have you built wigs for? You just said the Hamilton cast. You had to have built a wig for Charles Lapointe.
Yeah.
So that he could see it,
Yeah. So when I was in the Broadway world, I did stuff for Hamilton, The Color Purple. I worked on The Wiz Live, the one with Queen Latifah, Neo, and Danielle. That whole crew. That was really cool. That was one of my first projects. I think it was like my second one after Hamilton. So I think I worked on The Crows.
Oh, I love that. How fun.
Yeah, so that was cool to see that on TV. What else? Wicked. When Cheryl Lee Ralph was on it, I made her wig. So that was kind of cool.
The glorious
I know.
Shirley
I'm like,
Ralph,
Shirley
the
Ralph.
diva,
I don't know. I don't know
the
if she knows
original
if I did
dream
it.
girl.
I know. Jennifer Holliday too. I actually built a wig for Jennifer
Wow,
Holliday
the
when
dream
she was
girl.
on The Color Purple. Yeah, so I did one for her.
Okay, so that's Broadway world.
Yeah.
Take us into music, pop, film.
Okay, so when I was working at Ursula Salon, I started working with her, and I started off as her colorist. So it's actually a really funny story. I had no idea her was her
Yeah.
until like 3 or 4 years later after meeting her.
After you did her hair.
Yeah.
It was just a girl with a great head of hair, you know?
Yeah, but at the beginning she didn't show her face. So
Right.
I just knew her as Gabby.
Yeah.
Gabby. So she's one of the ones that I started working with after the salon. We kept in touch. And so when this was when did I build her first wig? This was probably back in 21 or 22.
Okay.
She wanted to change her hair color, but she didn't want to bleach it.
Yeah.
And I was like, girl, your hair is black.
Yeah.
You put black in your hair.
Yeah.
There's no way. We have to bleach it. I was like, but the other option is a wig. And she was like, but I don't want it to be wiggy, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, girl, trust me.
I got you.
Let me build you one.
This is what I do.
Yeah. I was like, let me build you one, and then let's see how that goes. And I built her first wig. And I remember when she put it on, her and her stylist, they were with me. They were like, what lace? Like, what the heck?
How did you
And
do
we
this?
just placed it on her head at that time. So
yeah.
that was really cool. I got to build a wig for she was on the cover of Vogue Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to build her a long straight wig.
Ooh,
She wanted a long straight because she's half Filipino, so she wanted to go back to her roots for that. So she wanted something long and straight, kind of like, I think it was going back to what her grandmother looked like.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, so we did a long straight look. So I don't remember what year it was anymore, but
I'm gonna Google it. I'm gonna look it up.
And my name's on the magazine.
Let's go. You got the credit.
Yeah, I got the credit. Who else? You, of course.
You made me some beautiful wigs. They've been so great. My curly haired one, I love that one. I wore that one out. Okay? I wore that one out. And then you made me a really pretty one. I don't think it was last year, but the year before. We did a Smile Train event. We did like an old Hollywood.
Yeah, the Hollywood.
That was the first time I got to wear that one, and it was just so pretty. And honestly, I asked the same question: what lace? Like, where?
You couldn't see it.
Where did you put this? How do you? Because there are all different wigs, like, and women have, and well, let me just say, people have so many options when they go to the stores. There's the kind that's out. There's U-shape. There's just so many different cuts. Like, what would you say is the thing to look for when you're looking for a lace that's going to kind of like disappear on your skin? Because I've definitely struggled with that, like going to the salon or the shop myself, and I'm just like, I don't know, this looks nice, like when I put it on, but then you got to cut it, and like, it just becomes this whole thing.
I feel like when I buy wigs from shops, like if they're going to be a machine made wig, a lot of the time the lace is very thick.
Yeah, it's thicker.
It's so thick. As far as like trying to find something, I would say don't go to the shops, go online. I've been seeing some good stuff online, some good wig companies online that are selling like, decently priced wigs. But
is it real hair?
For the most part, yeah. You can find some that are synthetic, but if you want a good wig, you can find a human lace wig.
I'm like, how many more bundles did we get today?
I know. 8.
We get so excited about that.
But trying to find the right one, it's really hard these days. I think that's something that I've been trying to work on, is trying to create a wig that is going to be virtually seamless. Like, all you have to do is put it on.
Yeah.
And like, the lace that I typically work with, like even if I buy a wig, I usually don't use the front of that wig. I'll cut off the front and replace it with my own front, because the lace is a lot thinner.
That's smart. I wish I could do that.
Yeah.
But I have you.
I can teach you. Actually,
that would be cool. I would love to learn. Actually.
Yeah.
That would be something that I would
just
love
need
to learn.
pluck a few hairs or whatever you got to do.
You see me sewing. People are going to see me on the plane like, what is in her hand? I'm, like, I'm just making a wig. It's fine. It's fine. I want to know the story of you building your first wig for someone dealing with cancer. That really touched me when we kind of spoke about that. And I wanted to know about that, and like, did that turn into something with bigger purpose for
It
you?
did. It's actually it's so crazy how life happens. The first wig I built for someone with cancer was last year.
Mhm.
I got a call so my birthday is May 6th, but last year I got a call from my friend who used to live in New York. She
Mhm.
now lives in Denmark.
Mhm.
I thought she was calling me to say happy birthday.
Oh, man, it was on the same
It was on
day.
the same day. She called me, and so I was like, "Oh my gosh, she remembered my birthday." She called me and she was like, "Hey, I just left the clinic, and I have breast cancer." And
Mm.
she was like, I literally just left the clinic. You're one of the first ones I'm calling right now because I already know that I want you to build my wig."
Oh.
And I was like, "Oh my gosh." She was like, "Just how much is it gonna cost?" I said, "Look, just buy the hair. I will give you the wig." Like, I was like, "The only thing you gotta promise me is that you're gonna give it back to me after you get better."
Yeah.
And she was
Oh.
like, "Okay, deal." So it was tough. At that time, we were struggling financially. I needed the money. I
Yeah.
really needed the money, but I couldn't do that to her. She's my friend, and so I was able to scramble the time together to build her a wig. It was a very stressful time. I cried a lot because I was like, "Oh my gosh, how am I gonna get
Yeah.
this done? And I have other work to do, and blah,
Yeah.
blah,
It's like when it
blah."
rains, it pours. It's always like those times when there's so much happening that
It was really tough, but I finished the wig, and you know what's crazy is that she's in Denmark, and I have to get a mold of your head when I build a wig for you.
Mhm.
So I was like, "Okay, how are we gonna do this?" I got on FaceTime with her husband, and I walked him through the step, and he did it perfectly. And, having someone else who's never I mean, he's never this is he works on computers and stuff. Like, he
Yeah.
he doesn't know anything about this. He followed the instructions, and then they shipped out the head mold to me. And when I got it, I built off of that mold, and I prayed to God that it was gonna fit her fine, and I sent it back to her, and she sent me a picture, and she looks so good. She looks so good. When I saw the smile on her face and I saw the wig, the way it laid, you literally, like, if I show you the picture, you cannot see the lace. The hairline looks so natural. It looks just like her.
Yeah.
And,
As they
she was
should.
so happy. She was so happy. She had a photo shoot she was gonna be doing, and she was like, "I look like myself."
I love
And I
that.
think in that moment, that feeling that I had, it was way different than any other feeling I've had before. And so I think in that moment, I was like, "I need to start doing this for people." At that moment, that's where I was like, "I really wanna keep doing something like this." And you know what's so crazy too is that it's almost like I had put it in the atmosphere,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden, people started reaching out to me.
Yeah.
I hadn't made any advertisements. I hadn't promoted anything,
Mhm.
nothing, and another woman called me, and she asked for a wig. I built her a wig. Then another woman called me, and I remember having a conversation with my husband, like, "I love that I'm doing this, but I'm realizing that by doing this, I'm gonna be working with people who aren't going to survive,
Yeah. Yeah, who definitely
and
who
I'm
might
gonna."
not. Yeah, like you just don't know.
Yeah, like, it's just there may be some people, and I was like, "This is I was like, and the other thing too is, like, I would imagine that if someone didn't, survive the cancer, they'd probably wanna wear the wig,
Yeah.
and that idea of having my wig on someone to take with them,
Yeah.
you know, that
Yes.
was also kinda like, "Wow, this is crazy." But I had my 3rd client that I saw. It's so interesting. I made the wig for her, I put it on her. She was very cool, like,
Mhm.
very chill.
Yeah.
She didn't cry, and it wasn't until I had finally put the wig on her, it was at the very end, I was already packing up my stuff. She said, "Jen, like, thank you." She started crying. She was like, "Thank you. I have not felt like myself for the past month." She was like, "This
Mm.
month has been really, really hard,
Yeah.
and to be able to just kind of look like myself, it's making me feel so much better already." And that was really special to hear.
That's so
Yeah.
beautiful. It's amazing because when, like you're saying, that you put it out in the atmosphere and then people started calling, and
Mhm.
when something is aligned with you
Mhm.
and it's what you're supposed to be doing, like once you open yourself up to it, the universe is going to be like, hey, okay, here we go. This is what you asked for. But at the same time, like, you have such a gift to be able to do this and to be able to give your gift to someone else as a gift for them. It's bigger than yourself.
Yeah.
It's bigger than just doing hair. You know, you're making them feel like themselves. You're making them feel beautiful again. You're making them feel complete. And it's a really beautiful thing.
Yeah. You know, and I do believe that a lot of the healing process has to do with your mental space and where you're at. And so if I can help someone that's struggling like that and helping them heal in that way, I want to try and help as many people as I can.
Yeah.
And, you know, unfortunately, she passed away about a month ago.
Yeah.
And I got a call from her sister-in-law, and she was like, "Hey, Jen, you know, it was her wish to be buried with the wig on." I think I remember having that conversation maybe like a few weeks before it happened. And then it happened, and I was like, oh my God, I was not
I was ready
not
for
prepared to have this happen so soon.
Yeah.
And I grabbed her wig, I styled it, I went to the funeral home, and you know, when I saw her, it was hard because I didn't know what I was like. I've never done anything like this. I don't know.
Of course, yeah, you didn't know what you were walking into.
Yeah. After we did it, like it was crazy too. Once I saw her, you know, I cried a little bit. I said my goodbyes to her and everything, and then I got into work mode.
Yeah.
And it was crazy because I was like, it was just normal. Like I was doing my thing. She looked beautiful at the end. She looked so beautiful. She had like a nice little like thing going on. We had the makeup artist that we work with together with her. She did her makeup, and she looked like stunning, like flawless.
It's like a final gift you guys gave to her.
And I think also after doing that too, I was like, this is also something I think I want to continue to do, because if you think about it, when you die in a way that kind of changes how you look.
Yeah.
Your loved ones, it's not like, I feel like the wig is not only for her, but it was also for her loved ones.
Yeah.
You know, the last memory that you have,
whether before it happened.
Before it happened, or even when, you know, for a wake of a funeral, it's going to be the last, you know, image you have in your mind of your loved one. Yeah. And if I can make it so that they look just like they did before,
I love
that. That's something I want to keep doing.
I love that. I think that's perfect for you. You have such a big heart. Like, I've gotten to know Jen over we're almost at 3 years, right?
Yeah.
We're almost at 3 years. I've gotten to know her over the last 3 years. And honestly, like, you have become more than just someone I call to do my hair. You're a friend. We talk all the time. Our kids have gotten together. Our husbands chat with each other on their own. And so it's just really cool to see you doing these things, and also to see the growth in you too over the past couple years. Like, from when I first met you to now, like you're sitting on this couch getting interviewed. Look at you.
If anyone knows me, they know that Jen would not be doing this.
I'm so proud of you. I'm so grateful you came, and that you're like busting out of your comfort zone just to sit here and do this. But I feel like people need to know your story, and people need to know who you are, because you're so cool and you're so fun, and anybody would be honored to have your hands on their hair and and on their head, and just your energy around them. So I'm just really grateful that you're here and that we get to do this. And plus now you can go do any other interviews, because you've already done it. Boom. You're like set. Okay, so let's get on to some lighter stuff. Who are some people you wish to work with in the future? I mean, I'm obviously on that list forever and a day. So
you're at the top of my list, girl. Who? Let's see. I'm like,
no, anybody, because put it out there. You never know.
Okay. I'm gonna just put it out there. I want to build a wig for Beyonce.
Come on. Okay. Yes.
Beyonce.
Look at this.
Neil.
What lace? Look, the proof is in the pudding, people.
You know, she's definitely one. She wears wigs all the time, and I would love to do that.
I would love to see one of your wigs on her head. and see how like because she flings her head around a lot, and I
Mhm.
know yours is secure, so I would love to see yours up there.
I would love to build a wig for Mary J. Blige too.
Oh yeah.
I love her work, and I love her hairstylist. I've met him a couple times, and I would love to collaborate with him. I think he has amazing work.
So wait, what is his name?
Tim Wallace.
Okay.
He works with Mary J. Blige all the time. I think he's one of her main ones, but he also works with Taraji.
Okay.
She's one that I would love to build. I know she has her wig line, but I would love to build for her one day.
Yeah.
You know who else I would want to build for? Taji.
Yes.
I want to build for Taji.
Yes, our girl Taji.
I'm going to call her up after this too.
No, she loves you. She adores you. So Taji, for reference, because I'm going to have her on as well, is my West Coast person that I use for my hair. And I introduced both of them. Or you guys didn't know each other, right? No, yeah. So I introduced both of them and they hit it off. So they're great. And Taji is also an amazing hairstylist and wig designer as well. So I just have the best of both worlds.
Did you mention how like all your Taurus people?
Huh? Oh, well, no, I haven't. But yes, everybody on my team or that has been brought in closely within the last couple of years are all Tauruses. So I'm around. They're the best. They're the greatest. Okay. They're the greatest. Not gonna lie. So they're all Tauruses. And then I actually have brought in more Capricorns, surprisingly.
Really?
Which I'm grateful for.
Yeah.
It's nice to see people like me. Okay. I think those are all great people. Are there, you know what? I wanted to know this actually. Are there any guys that you would like to build things for? Like, have you done facial hair as well?
Yeah. So, I actually hadn't remembered until now. John Boyega.
Oh, okay.
In the Woman King.
Yes.
He had a little beard little thing going on. I made that for him.
Oh, come on, the little patch. You made the patch. I love it.
I made the little patch. What else? I did a wig for, I'm sorry, I can't remember his name because it was when I was working Broadway, so I didn't really communicate with the actors.
A lot going on.
Yes, but it was for Ain't Too Proud.
Oh, nice.
So it was for the character for Smokey.
Oh,
yeah.
I love that.
So I did.
Shout out to Smokey.
I did a wig for him, and it was a full wig, and it looked like you can't see anything.
It was just his hair.
Yeah. So I mean, I can literally make wigs for anyone, anything. I've made chest hair. I've made arm hair.
That is so cool.
I worked on this little music video. I helped a guy who, it was like some kind of like monster type thing, very gross and gory. And it was like his face was all torn up, so I had to like
rip some pieces.
I had to make like patches of it because the way its jaw was like ripped apart. So you had to imagine like the hair is in different spots. So I had to make little patches. So that was cool.
It's so cool. You have like so many different sides of the spectrum in this industry. Like you get to do the special effects. You can do glamour. You can do photo shoots. You can do everyday. You can do your own. Like it's just so cool to have that talent.
I love that. And I love that it's always different when I work. Everything I do. Because everyone's like, what do you do? I'm like, well, I do a lot of things, actually.
If you have the time, let's do it this way. Because I know we're working mothers and it's wild out here. But when you have the time, how long does it typically take you to make like a mid-length wig?
Typically, my wigs go anywhere between like 60 hours to 100 plus hours.
So the soonest would be like a week. If
I had to do it in a week, then yes, I could do it in a week.
Yeah, okay.
But it would be like 15-hour days.
Yeah. Wow, that's amazing. And you do each hair individually. I've seen some of your reels.
It's different. Yeah, I do. There's so many different ways to build a wig, and depending on what the project asks for, I build based off of that. But yeah, usually it's one strand of hair. Yeah.
One strand at a time.
One strand at a time.
Literally, I was like, oh my gosh, this is perfect.
That's what I should do. One strand at a time.
That's wild. Because I mean, I'm looking at your head right now, and I'm just like, how many pieces of hair?
How many hairs on there?
Yeah.
Someone asked me one time, how many hairs have you tied? I'm like, I don't know.
Over hundreds of that, like probably a million at this point.
I don't know.
That's a lot of hair.
I'm surprised that my hands aren't like this yet.
They're not going to be. They're not going to be.
Let's pray.
Your hands are going to be great, anointed. They're going to be all the things. Okay, my last thing is kind of you can take your time to think about this if you want, or if you already know. But what kind of impact do you want to make in the world? I was going to say as a wig maker, but I feel like just as a human, like what kind of impact do you want to make? Obviously, I know being able to create for people who are going through something or losing their hair is a huge piece to leave. So like what kind of impact do you want to make?
I mean, it definitely has to do with the wigs. I think just being able to provide a service for someone that allows this person to really look and feel like themselves.
Yeah.
Because, I come from Broadway, and I didn't mention this earlier too, but I do film and TV. I've done a few things for a show and movie. So like my specialty is to be able to make the wig look super natural. Like it's coming out of your scalp. Like, so like even for movies, like sometimes you have to have a wig look like it's thinning or, whatever. It has to look natural. So I've done some research, and it's very hard to find those types of wigs for people. I've had lots of like interviews with different people who've either suffered with cancer, have dealt with cancer, who family members have dealt with cancer, and literally I haven't found one person that has been happy with the wig that they've gotten.
Yeah.
They've like, oh yeah, insurance provided me with the wig, but it's been sitting in the box because it doesn't look like me, it doesn't feel like me.
Yeah.
And I have the ability to sit down with you, go look at old pictures, look at like exactly what you want and make that.
Let me just tell all of you people how insane this woman is. She can look at a photo and look at somebody's head and make it work. Like I've seen tattoo artists do this, right? They have the little drawing that they're holding and they just copy it. Like you are so good at finding something and just making it actually appear out of thin air. It's thin hair.
I like that. Out of thin hair.
And it's wild to me because I don't have the ability to do that. Like I would need somebody to teach me. I would need to learn like how I can hear a song and I can sing it. It's the same way that you can see it and execute it. And it's just so fascinating to watch. Like every time you're doing my hair, I'm always watching what you're doing. I'm like, dang, like look at her. She did it. She flipped it. Like we did roller jam together. And it was like playing Barbie.
That was so much fun.
Every day.
So much fun.
Yes, we got to go through the themes. And I still
all the different decades.
I still love the butterfly clips from the 2000s. I love the 90s look we did. Every single look was just so much fun. And it's really fun as an artist to be able to express creativity in other ways. So to be able to do that through my hair with you was so much fun.
And that was so much fun for me because I think that was probably one of my first times in a long time where I actually got to like
play.
Yeah. Because usually things have been like, okay, this is what it is, and that's it.
Yeah.
It's simple, that kind of thing. And I've never really been able to show my true like creative side where I can really like you said, I would say I pride myself in looking at something and saying, okay,
got it.
Let's do it.
Yes. Yeah. You're so good at that.
You're
so good at that. Like, it's just, this is why we work. This is why we work. It's so great. Okay. I wanted to ask you as well, because it's called What's Your Spark? I want to know what your spark is, whether it is the wigs and making them like you were talking about, or if it's something completely different that somebody might not even know.
Wow, that's like very deep. I don't know.
Okay. Think about it. And let me ask you these other questions. Okay. Is that fine? Or do you want to sit?
No, I can. Let me sit. It's interesting because I feel like I'm still trying to find my spark.
Okay.
When I was little, I was very much like Zariah.
Yes.
Like very much like her. Like it's kind of creepy how much like her I was. But I hit a point, I don't know, maybe 13. I don't know. I don't know what changed, but something changed where I became very shy, very reserved, like don't want to like even dancing in public. Like I don't want to dance in public. It's just gotten really strange for me. And I think right now I'm trying to find that spark again.
I love
And
that.
I've told you
I
this.
love that
I
vulnerability.
think at the beginning of when I met you, I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I really, I love watching you because even then I was like, I would tell Reggie, like, I love how confident she is. And like, I want to be like that. Like, I want to find that little girl again and just because I know that I have it.
Yeah.
I just need to find it again.
Yeah. What do you think you would tell that little, what would the little girl in you say to you right now, looking at you doing this?
I think don't listen to any of the outside voices. If anything, I think that's what kind of broke me down a little bit. And I don't want to say broke me down like a bad thing,
Shaped
but
you.
yeah, I feel like I maybe care too much about what people thought of me because I know I do remember as a kid, like I always wanted to be different from everyone.
Yeah.
And I remember kids would make fun of me or like thought I was, I was always over the top, just like Zerai wants to do all. She wants to wear a change.
You're just expressive.
Yes,
You're just
I was
expressive.
very expressive, very curious. I was a messy girl. I destroyed the house.
Oh, same.
Sorry, Mom.
I'm a tornado for sure.
So I would probably tell myself, don't listen. You're doing the right thing. Just keep being you. And that's what I tell my daughter. Like, if it makes you happy, then own it.
Yeah, that's good.
So that's what I would tell myself.
One of the things about this show that I'm excited to explore and to discuss and navigate with people, when I ask them that, like, it doesn't have to be a definitive thing because we can find and lose our spark all the time. Like, it happens to everybody. And so I appreciate you being vulnerable in that space to be like, I actually don't know right now. And that's totally okay. Like, but girl, you look great.
Thank you.
And I'm so proud of you for like,
thank you so much
for doing this. Like you really have come so far.
Thank
We've
you.
had a lot of conversations that we're not going to get into here. This is not the place for them, but it's just really powerful to see you come
You've
out
been
of your
really helpful.
shell. Oh, thanks.
I will say you've been
Thanks.
very helpful. You've really helped big time. And I said yes to this so quick, but I don't even know how I said yes so quick.
You were like, wait, what did I just do? Why did I do that?
Yeah. So I love that you're kind of pushing me out of my comfort zone. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Of course. Anytime, girl. I got you. Okay, I'm going to ask you a few more questions. I figured, people watching, because you're so amazing, that they would want to know about any styling tips you have, maybe a styling tip on to how to maintain a wig or the best ways to make your hair grow. You give me tips all the time, so I could tell them, but I want you to tell them.
I could do a myth.
Okay.
It's you got to trim your hair. You can't
keep
not
the dead hair on there.
You can't keep the dead hair on there. I have clients that are like, don't cut anything off. And they're like, because my hair never grows.
She's calling me out. She's calling me out.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so scared of scissors. Please keep them away from me.
But, I have people that are like, I don't want to cut anything. I'm growing it out because my hair doesn't grow.
Right.
But I'm like, girl, you're coming in every 6 weeks for a retouch. Your hair is growing, but your ends are breaking off. So you got to keep those ends nice and healthy.
Me, actually.
Yeah.
Dang.
As long as, even if it's like the tiniest bit,
yeah,
get those ends off.
Okay.
And you'll grow your hair faster. As far as wig goes,
don't have to worry about cutting that.
Right. As far as wigs, though, what is a good little thing that I can tell someone?
I have something that you did for me.
What?
You gave me the satin bags.
Oh, yeah.
To store them in.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't put them in plastic bags.
Yeah, no.
Satin bags.
Such a difference.
Yeah. Satin bags, one, will protect the hair.
And
then two, if there's any moisture, because, you put on a wig and at the end of the day, it's sweaty.
It's a little sweaty.
It's a little sweaty. If you gotta go, put it in a satin bag. Because if you put it in a plastic bag, it's gonna
mold.
Get a little stinky.
Ooh, so many things can happen through that. Gross. So, words of advice for those struggling to get those tiny hairs through the lace.
Keep pushing. Keep pushing.
You're gonna say that, yes.
Keep pushing. I remember it was the first week that I was learning. I quit my job. I was two years into the salon. Being in this, a hairstylist, when you go to a new place, new state, new city, like you are starting from scratch.
Yeah.
So it takes time to build your clientele. So 2 years is just you're hitting that point where okay, you're getting your regulars. You know,
Mhm.
you're not full super booked, but you're doing well.
Yeah.
I quit my job to go learn how to make wigs, and I think that those first few days, I could not figure out the knot. I ran to the bathroom, I started crying, and I remember saying, like, "What did I
What did I
do?
do?
What did I do?"
Oh no!
Like,
Instant regret. Like,
yeah, yeah.
trying to get the thing through that. That is so hilarious.
And I came back, and the manager was like, "Jen, just go home, go to sleep. You're gonna be okay. Come back, start over." And I came back the next day and it clicked for whatever reason. It clicked that day. And then ever since then,
You're like, I got this.
I got this.
I
Yeah.
love that. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Just keep pulling.
Just keep pushing.
Just
It's
keep pulling the lace.
when someone asks me that they want to, like, if I can teach them how to make wigs, I'm like, first, do you have the patience?
Right. Yeah.
Because this is what this, I feel like anyone can do this job as long as you have this patience.
Right. That's actually a good thing. What would you say to somebody? So have patience
Have
who want to make
patience.
wigs full
Mhm.
time. Like have patience.
You
What
have
else?
to have a lot of patience. You know, I did say anyone can do it. Yes, anyone can learn how to make a wig, but I also do think that you have to have an eye for what hairlines and, like,
Yeah.
you know,
Natural.
how
Yeah.
hair moves and the directions that hair grows out and stuff like that. So I think you do have to have a really good eye with that.
Mhm. Can somebody develop an eye for that? Like, can you learn that at beauty school?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. They don't teach the stuff at beauty school. At least, I mean, I haven't been in beauty school in
Neither have I, so I don't
a
know.
long time.
Can't fact check this one. Sorry, guys.
It's been a long time since I was in beauty school, but I don't know if they teach it. You know, I think I would want to start going to beauty schools and start talking about it. That's actually a good idea.
You would be perfect.
Yeah.
You would be amazing. They would be so lucky to have you walk in there and
I
teach a
think,
class.
yeah, and I think we need more wig makers in this.
Y'all heard it. Jennifer
Shit.
Jocelyn is available to teach, guys. She's available to teach and bring her expertise to you. Okay, favorite products.
Favorite products are Amika.
I knew you were going to say that.
Amika.
That was going to be the first one you said. Yes.
I
same.
love
Oh,
Amika.
smells so good.
I have a friend who she works for Amika, Cicely.
Shout out to Cicely.
She is actually, I don't know her exact job title, but she's a scientist. I know that she's like in.
Oh, so she's
creating
coming,
the products.
the
Yeah.
formulas.
She's
coming
creating
up
the formulas. Yeah.
Wow.
And she's a girl of color. So
Well, Cicely, it smells amazing. So whatever you are putting in that, bottle it into a perfume because I would actually wear that.
I love it. So she connected me with the team. Remember, they were able to bring us some products.
Thank you for my products. I still have them. I love them.
They're so amazing. So of course, Amika, and then I graduated from Paul Mitchell. So
Classic.
my heart is
OG.
always, I always have a few Paul Mitchell products.
Yeah.
What else is my favorite? Those are like my top two.
Edge control.
Edge control. My favorite is the Frontal Queen.
Okay. You've used that on me, haven't you?
Yeah. We used it, and that will stay for a few
It's
days.
really soft too.
It's
and
it doesn't feel thick.
Yeah.
It definitely dries on hard.
Yeah.
But what I love about it doesn't get like, you know how sometimes
White and flaky.
it doesn't get white and flaky, or it's not oily. You know, sometimes some of the edge controls are just too oily.
Yeah.
It's just,
you look more dripping sweat than
yes.
than
Yes.
like
So that's one of my favorites.
One of my last things I wanted to talk about was our kids, because we adore our kids and we do everything for them. And I think you doing so much is such a beautiful example for your girls to see you doing the things that you love and the things that you excel at. And it's just so cool to watch. Like, I love your girls. They're so sweet.
Thank you.
But being a working mom can be really tough and kind of crazy. And how do you handle it all? Like, I know we have these conversations all the time, and some days we're like, we're doing great. Other days we're like, I'm drowning. So so how do you what's the thing that helps you kind of?
I mean, I definitely have to give a lot of my thanks to Reggie, to my husband. He's a great father. He's very attentive. When I'm gone, he's got the girls. Like I trust him with the girls.
Daddy makeovers, nails,
yes.
mani pedis.
Yeah.
I know, I saw the whole
done,
thing.
everything. And then, we moved from Texas, so we don't really have any family out here.
Yeah.
So we're kind of doing it on our own. But I have to say, when we moved out here, I met our nanny at the time, and she still babysits every once in a while, but we would not be able to do it without her either.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
It truly takes like
Mhm.
a village. It's funny
Mhm.
because I heard that my whole life and was like, oh yeah, it takes a lot of people to help. But when you get to this point, it's like,
Mhm.
oh, it really takes the people that you find, whether it's family or just your friends
Mhm.
or your tribe, right? The people
Yeah.
that you find that you bring in. And it's just, you
Mhm.
definitely need those people for sure.
Yeah.
I got to shout out my mom and my mom in love and my sister in love and
Oh,
my
you call them
brothers
in love?
in
That's
loves.
so
They're my in loves.
sweet.
Yeah.
I love that.
And I wouldn't be able to do what I do without them either. And DJ
Mhm.
is so safe and so
Mhm.
loved there. I
Mhm.
never have to worry.
Yeah.
Dana as well, amazing husband, amazing dad. But it's really nuts. I mean, we've had a couple of crazy days like within the last
Mhm.
few months. I was like, hey, thank you so much for coming. You're like, oh, it's her birthday. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. How can I make up for that? But I mean, it's like, as long as they're okay,
They're
right?
okay, and,
Yeah.
you know, Reggie is very supportive of these types of things, like, he understands. I have the conversations with the
Oh, I
girls.
liked you,
They
Reggie.
they have the conversation. I'm honest with the girls. I tell them what's going on, and they're really receptive of all of that. And I actually didn't also mention we have a cousin who lives out here
Mhm.
who helps out whenever she can too. She's a teacher, so whenever she can, she helps out, but we wouldn't be able to do it without
Man,
these people.
man. Oh, shout
I
out to our
know. I
tribes and people
know.
who love us through all the craziness.
Allow us to do what we love.
Yes. Is there anything else that you want to say or let people know before
Hmm.
we take this interview to a close? You did so good.
Thank you.
You did so good.
I don't know. I think that's it. I don't have
Oh,
anything.
where can they follow you?
Oh, at Jennifer Jocelyn,
Okay.
JenniferJocelyn.
And then, sorry. Last thing I want to bring up is I know that you're more behind the scenes and don't usually put yourself in front too often, but I do want to share with people if it's okay with you.
Mhm.
I know you just did a photo shoot because you're going to start doing more stuff for your
Mhm.
wigs. How did it feel to do that, to finally like put yourself there and like doing these things for you now?
I have to give that all to my best friends. They are the ones that like that was not even a planned shoot. That was not a planned shoot. We were visiting my best friend. She's a photographer, and my other best friend, she's an injector, but she's like good with social media and like content and all that kind of stuff. And they really have a good eye for this kind of thing. And they know me really well, so they know my style. They know what I like.
Of course.
So when we were coming home, she was like, Jen, we need to do a shoot. We need to do new branding, all that kind of
Like,
stuff.
stop
And I was
messing around, Jen.
yeah. So I was like, okay. So I love them. They booked the studio for me and everything. Like they did
They took care
everything
of
for me.
you.
They really took care of me. So thank you, Brittany and Sabrina, my
Shout
besties.
out,
My
man.
besties. So yeah, that's honestly how I got that done, was not because I wanted it, but because my friends told me. And after doing it, I'm like, oh, I actually do look kind of cute.
Yeah, you did. You looked great.
Thank
But I
you.
mean, I think there's something in saying that. I know you're saying that they did it for you because they wanted to do it for you, but somewhere deep inside you wanted that,
Yeah.
and they picked up on it because they're your besties. They
Yeah.
know. They know
Yeah.
you. So I'm glad that there are people as well that can be like, all right, we just need to give her little
Yeah.
nudge,
He was
just a
like,
little
"Come
nudge
on.
in the right direction.
Let's get it going."
Because look, like I feel like everything is like you're like taking bigger and bigger steps, and it's just so cool to see. So
Thank you so much.
thank you so much for coming on. I
Thank
adore
you
you.
for having me.
I love you.
I'm never gonna forget this. This is very special.
Too. Please don't make me cry. I
No,
promise
no.
I wouldn't cry
No.
in every episode. All right, you guys, thank you so much for sitting with me and my friend Jen today on What's Your Spark. My takeaway from today is to push yourself outside of your comfort zone, to say yes when there's that tug on your spirit that says, maybe this is something I should be doing, and to find that tribe that you need that can help support you through anything that you're doing. I hope you have a beautiful week, and I will see you next week on What's Your Spark.